China over here, and that over there is Vietnam. Now this bridge separates the two countries, and there's lots of interesting cross-cultural trading activities. We're still in Hong Kong Prefecture, and instead of heading down south towards Vietnam, we're going to be going up north. I'm Greta Georges. Welcome to Travelogue.
We drove from Jinping and spent a restful night here in Hekou. Hekou lies on the southern tip of Yunnan province and shares its border with Laotie, the northernmost town of Vietnam. The Red River bisects China and Vietnam here, and so it's little surprise that you can experience Vietnamese culture in China's Hekou. Some of the spots are even run by locals from across the border, so there's no need to trek over for a real taste of Vietnam.
Being a border town here in Hekou definitely has its advantages. You can get across quite easily on foot to Vietnam, and you don't have to mess about with planes, buses or trains. Now you can get on day tours and just whiz through. Now you do want to check though your visa requirements, because you don't want to leave these things to the last minute.
This border town not only facilitates the flow of people, but trade, which is rapidly growing. In 1895, Hekou launched its trade port. And by 1910, when the French built the Kunming-Haiphong Railway, international trade boomed. Cargo and goods passed through Hekou, and the two governments worked hand in hand to promote business. Since 2001, annual border trade fairs were held alternatively in Hekou and Laotie. The many Vietnamese shops dotted Hekou are hallmarks of this cross-border entrepreneurial spirit. There is an enterprising gung-ho way here. The Vietnamese can literally shoulder huge stacks of goods, balancing precariously on top of each other. Morning counts as the busiest time for trade and eases off by noon.
This is a Vietnamese food street, and it's just directly behind the market. This really reminds me of my travels back in Vietnam, just the people, the language, and the smell of the food.
Stomachs rumbling, it's time to fuel up on delightful Vietnamese cuisine. These women are cooking up a storm, and it's easy to satisfy your curiosity and taste buds as the food is being freshly prepared right in front of you.
Yeah, this is really awesome, and these are really just representative of what Vietnamese cuisine is like. Just very light and flavorful. Oh, I can't wait to get started on lunch. Did you cook this? Did you cook? You cooking? Yes, 可以. Very good. You'll find a good wife. Do you have a wife? No. Good Vietnamese man who can cook very well.
This Japanese tourist enjoys the climate here and says the ambience is different from the China he knows.
Yes, it's different. All right. Yeah. Oh, I love the zesty lime. Yeah, throw it in there. It's beautiful. This place is like a haven for vegetable lovers. Lots of fresh vegetables, broccoli, lots of vitamin C from the limes. We like vitamin C, don't we? Really good stuff. Fresh from the ground. Nothing beats that.
Another thing that grows fresh from the ground are these gourmet coffee beans from Vietnam.
This is really nice. It smells really good. In a predominantly tea-drinking country, it is quite unusual to find a full cafe bar. But basically, with Vietnam just being across the border, it's exported its coffee culture as well. And this smells really good. Let me try that. Yummy. It's good. Hekou is such a bright, dynamic place. Just like any border town, it's kind of rowdy. It's got people shouting, wagging their fingers, and everything just seems a little bit more chaotic and messy. And I think that's the way it should be, because it makes this town interesting and dynamic, and you just feel a sense of eagerness of people who want to learn about each other's culture. They trade, You know, they speak each other's languages, and the best part about it for me is that I get to shop here in Hekou without having to even leave the border, and I get a good cup of coffee as well.
All in all, Hekou is a great place to get your daily necessities or other conceivable shopping needs. The signboards here are both in Vietnamese and Chinese. Shelves are filled with products from both nations. The variety is as hot as its climate, and aside from Vietnam Street, there are other shopping lanes round the back, all of which is a stone's throw from the immigration checkpoint. The rush starts at 8 a.m. China time and 7 a.m. Hanoi time. These Vietnamese mean business and ride on Hekou's status as a major port city in the region.
That was really intense. People are running across the border. There's so much going on here, the bustle. And the prize at the end of the day in this amazing race is really just to get business done. Now, in ancient times, Hekou was situated along the Southern Silk Road, and it started in Sichuan, comes through to Yunnan in Hekou, and runs down towards Vietnam over there. And really today, not much has changed. I mean, trade is just flourishing.
Hekou as a frontier has reaped numerous economic benefits. But the best part is the cross-cultural influence which has given this place real character. With a bit of reluctance, we departed the lowest point of Yunnan province at just 76.4 meters above sea level and began our climb towards Pingbian. While Pingbian might be the only male autonomous region in Yunnan, other ethnic minorities like Zhuang, Yao and Yi also inhabit the area. The total population is 150,000 strong and blessed with a diversity of people. But we, however, were not so blessed on the roads.
Looks like there's a situation going on over there. Right now, they're fixing the roads at this time, and we've just driven 50 kilometers on the highway from Hekou, and this is the 30 kilometers mountain road that we need to take before we hit Pingbian. But seems like nobody's going anywhere at this point. Well, I guess the upside is the air is pretty fresh here, and I know Daweishan's nature reserve is actually not too far away. Oh gosh. Ooh. Oh, more air is just coming out of there. Oh gosh. It's such a drag. We just passed Pingbian town and we're heading up to this #1 attraction, which is Daweishan. It's nature reserve. It's great, but as you can see, when we're driving along, our tire had punctured. All the air had escaped, and right now we've got a situation in our hands, but you know what? We've got a very capable driver, and the men will try and solve this problem while we wait it out. So we're just gonna have to fix this one. If not, we're not going anywhere. All right, yes you can, Peter. You can fix it. You can fix it. Let's all chant for Peter. Fix it, Peter. So I got this question, right? Why is the tires are so different? This tire is huge. It's big. It's normal, right? Then when you get a replacement tire, of course it's a replacement tire, but it's so small. Look at that. We're gonna be like traveling like this. Okay, and you're probably sitting there going, I know why, because I'm a guy.
After the minor hiccup along the road, we finally made it to Daweishan Nature Reserve. Located 3 kilometers southeast of Pingbian town, this hot and humid climate is a perfect breeding ground for exotic flora and fauna. It costs only 40 RMB to enter this lush green protected area. That's a steal for a world-class oxygenated area and a natural spa for the weary soul. The rugged and vertical terrain here has nourished a diversity of plant life, one of the largest in China, and I stumbled upon something rather peculiar. Lithocarpus longipedicellus.
What is that? Hang on a second, it seems strangely familiar. I'm having a brainwave now. I think this must be the spell that Harry Potter uses in his movies. And in fact, they've taken it from the scientific names of the trees. Let me try it. Lithocarpus longipedicellus. I think I just discovered the secret to astral traveling and projection. Let me do that again. Lithocarpus longipedicellus. Lithocarpus longipedicellus. Wow! I've just traveled through space and time. You don't know how big this is. Lithocarpus longipedicellus. I'm still here? Oh, okay. I think I might have just expired my 3 tries.
Well, they say the best things in life are free, though a dose of magic would make it nice.
Wow. These wooden steps are quite slippery, so you really want to be careful and hang on, especially after the rain has kind of settled in on the wood. I think I need another spell. Beautiful. You know, this is such a great primary forest, but this old tree, it had its time. Ooh, let me just stretch out my legs, straddle it. Ooh, I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down, tumbling down. I feel the earth move. Woo!
We only had time to visit Dawishan Nature Reserve in Pingbian, but it's left a green impression on me with its wide variety of flora and fauna. Accommodation in this town was a comfy bed and a decent hot shower. But before we leave, it's time to shop.
How? Director, can I borrow 300 kwai from you? Fantastic. You know, sometimes even in a small place like that, I can't really understand them, but money is the language. All right, this is a really good deal. 谢谢你. I got my purchase. I'm going to have to return my director $300. But I don't think it's an impulse buy. This is such a beautiful skirt. Everything is handcrafted. You know, this place is the only male autonomous county in Honghe. And to be able to walk into a shop like that and get something so authentic is not an everyday thing. So I think sometimes you just got to trust your womanly instincts. Now, this place is just filled with so much color and diversity. And what I really enjoy about it is that even though I don't really understand everything they're saying to me, but they just have that sense of honesty. Yeah. I think I paid a good price, isn't it? It was an honestly good price.
We're heading next to the 5th largest city in Yunnan province that houses some of the Hui ethnic minority here in southern Yunnan. This glorious former capital of Honghe Prefecture is none other than Gejiu and lies just north of Pingbian. This is Shadian, home to one of the biggest and most impressive mosques in China here in Gejiu. Yunnan is rich with Islamic culture, and Shadian Mosque cuts an impressive figure. It can hold up to 4,000 people for congregational prayer. Shadian has even earned its reputation as Little Mecca in southern Yunnan, because many Chinese Muslim students from here went to Egypt for their studies. Islam can be found all over Yunnan province, where religious harmony is the order of the day. About half of the 55 ethnic minorities are packed in this region, so the religion and culture in Yunnan is as diverse as it gets. From ethnic minorities' traditional headgear to Muslim women's hijab, you will see them all here. Since its inception in Yunnan in 1253, the influence of Islam has certainly come a long way, changing the way locals live and pray.
We're in Gejiu now, and it's so interesting to come upon this, a mosque. Now, southern Yunnan is a massive melting pot of different religions, from Christianity, Buddhism to Islam, and not forgetting the many ethnic minorities who have their own special type of belief. I think this is what really makes southern Yunnan such a unique place.
Gejiu has its roots as a mining settlement and is built around a lake on top of a mountain. The mining of silver began here as far back as the Yuan dynasty some 800 years ago. The tin industry developed steadily in the second half of the 18th century, and to grasp its full glory, this is the place to be. You can watch the craftsmen in action here, working their magic. The French-connected railway to Vietnam boasted Gejiu's economic success in 1910. This city got its production off the ground by the 1930s, and their tin accounted for 80% of the goods exported on the railway. With rich tin resources comes tin products of outstanding quality. After touring the facilities here, you can head upstairs to marvel at the finished works. I spoke to Mr. Lai, a pioneer of this industry who received numerous awards for his patent technique. Pewter, a tin-based alloy, is considered to be the fourth most valuable metal after platinum, gold and silver. If you're here in Gejiu, it's the perfect gift. Durable, long-lasting and easy to clean, whether it's used as utensils or jewelry. True to its self-proclaimed title as Little Hong Kong, Gejiu is abuzz with after-dark activities, even as we head for supper. Local delights are barbecued up in this special old-converted railway station. Here, food stalls are open every night, serving up the best of Gejiu's fresh local fare.
Now, this is an old train station in Gejiu, and it's been transformed. Instead of having platforms, you've got barbecue pits. But that's quite a lot of food, so let's share the love. Peter, do you want to come over and try some? Let me introduce you to Peter. He's our trusty camera assistant. I've had 3 kinds of bugs from her, so I think this is a bit too small for you because you're a very tall guy. Let me get you something special. 来试一下. Like this. It's a big, fat, raw worm. And it's raw, yeah. So I think you should try some.
Me?
Yes, of course. Here. Let me get one for you.
Oh,
In this little saucer. How delicate is this? Here you go. The highest honor to my guests. Please have some. How is it? Really?
Yummy.
Really good. Location-wise, Geju seems to have it all. Surrounded by two big mountains and a lake that was naturally formed by a mining accident in the 1950s that provided a scenic spot for local residents. But most of all, it's prosperous because of its abundant tin resources. But they say that Mengzi has legendary cross-the-bridge noodles, and you can't leave Honghe Prefecture without first trying it. We've just spent the night at Geju, which is that little Hong Kong because of the bright lights, and in 30 minutes time we've just driven down to here, Mengzi, which is more famous for crossing the bridge noodles, and you can see this massive huge pewter bowl over there that describes the story, and basically the tradition here is to eat it from a huge bowl. So that's what we're going to be doing for brunch. Woo! Alright, and this is what I love about Yunnan cuisine. They've got edible flowers, and this is chrysanthemum. So we're just going to top it off with these flowers, and voila, there you have it. Your very own guoqiao mi xian. And this is the signature dish from Mengzi. It's good. Select time.
Mengzi has just become the big brother in the neighborhood, as the prefectural government has moved its premises from Geju to here. And the wealth transfer has seen gleaming landmarks, but nothing beats a blast from the past. In 1886, Mengzi's heyday was colored by its importance as a trade center for the French Convention. The French left behind their architectural mark here, but the most important one of them is this. Bisezhai. This is the earliest railway station in Yunnan, and once a significant stop on the former Yunnan-Hanoi Railway, built from 1901 to 1910 by the French. After soaking up some nostalgia in Bisezhai, we had to hit the road again. Mile, our next destination, is just 3 hours north of Mengzi. We wanted to include Kaiyuan, but we knew beforehand that its attraction had been demolished, and it's now up with new spanking developments. Unfortunately, we had to drive swiftly past Kaiyuan to make it to Mile at a godly hour. At least we've got to say our goodbyes, and perhaps better luck next time. With Kaiyuan thriving as a new industrial town, lots of big trucks head this way frequently. That was rather annoying for our driver, as he constantly got the powerful high beams from the opposite direction. Our driver's verdict? Try to avoid driving on this stretch in the dark. He said the road conditions were not optimum, to say the least. Well, Mile is known for its vineyards. Wait a second. Yep, that's right. A vineyard in Yunnan, and we've booked to stay the night to rest our weary heads.
We're here! Yay! I'm so drowsy. We've been driving 3 hours on the road from Mengzi to here. Mile, and it's a vineyard. But right now, I just want to get some sleep. I know it's beautiful. It's going to be great. But right now, really, we need to just get the accommodation sorted. So let's see. Oh, this looks really nice. We're going to be staying here for the night. Look, it's a bar. Maybe I'll just get a nightcap before my sleep tonight. Hello, Meow. Hi, Meow. Check in.